Hello and welcome. I am Maria and this is a tutorial on how to create a survey in Indico. First, you will have to create an Indico event that matches your needs, meeting or lecture or conference. To learn how to do this, please follow our relevant tutorials. On your event management page, select Surveys, which is under Organization on the left banner. Now you can click on Create Survey to start the survey creation process. Choose a title for your survey, for example, Online Tutorial Evaluation Survey. And fill the introduction box with some text you want to be shown as a description. For example, please answer some questions about this tutorial. Then you can decide whether you want your survey to be filled anonymously or not, if you want to put a limit on the number of submissions accepted, if you want to make the survey public or reserved to the selected few, and whether you allow a partial completion of the survey. Finally, decide whether you want to enable email notification related to the survey. If you select yes, then type in the email addresses of the users who will receive these notifications in the appropriate boxes. The first box for when the survey starts, and the second one for each time the survey is filled by a participant. Just write one email per line. No separators are accepted. When you are finished, click on Save. Now we will need to start creating the actual questionnaire. To do this, click on Manage and then on Prepare Questionnaire. In this page, you can either import an existing questionnaire or create a new one altogether. You may also add sections to your questionnaire. Sections contain questions, and questions will show up within the corresponding section, except for those in the standalone section, which will show up at the top level. For each question, you can choose a different modality, such as multiple choice, a yes or no answer, and so on. Let's now create a new section by clicking on Add Section. Decide whether you want a standard section with several questions or a standalone section with one question only. Type in the title of your section, for example, Usefulness, and a brief description. How useful is this tutorial? Click on Save, and the section will be displayed. Time to add some items to your section. You can click on Add Text Item if you want to include an item that only contains your informative text. Otherwise, you can add one of the actual questions that the survey participants will have to answer. Click on Add Text Item and write, "Welcome. Please answer this question" in the box. Click on Save in order to show the next item in your section. Click on the tab Add Question and select the question modality that suits your needs. Let's add a single choice question to our section. This means that the user will be able to select only one of the available options. Type the question in the title box. For example, will you use Indico to make your own survey? And add an additional description if you need to. For example, select one of the candidate answers below. Then indicate whether you want the answer to this question to be required in order for the survey to be effectively submitted. Select whether you want your options to be displayed as radio buttons or a drop-down list. If you choose radio buttons, indicate whether you want them displayed horizontally or vertically. Type in the options that you want your participant to choose from. For example, yes, no, maybe. And click on Save once you are finished. Now that you have created your section, you can change the order of presentation of your question and item. To do this, you can drag your question or item by using the gray rectangle that will appear on the left. You can do the same with the entire section by dragging it using the gray rectangle at the top. Once you have finished creating the sections of your questionnaire, you are ready to open it. Select Surveys to the left. Click on Manage. You will be able to decide whether the survey can be submitted and when it will be open. On this page, click on Schedule and select the date and hour of the day when your survey can be submitted and when it will close. Alternatively, you can simply click on Open Now so that anybody will be able to fill out the survey right away. Click on Switch to Display View and then on Fill Out on the right to access the survey. Congratulations! You have created your first survey in Indico. Thank you for your attention and see you at the next tutorial.